Hello friends, I'm putting this message at the beginning of each one of my videos because it is very important. Next Tuesday, which is May 5th, is going to be your expedition final turn-in day. So while you are working on another picture of your expedition today, on Tuesday I'm going to need you to turn in your final expedition. So over the weekend, and on Monday, and on Tuesday, if you have any time that you want to work on your artwork, your expedition piece, that's a great time to do it. It's going to need to be turned in to me Tuesday, no later than midnight. Anything that gets turned in to me on Wednesday, I'm afraid will be too late. So, thank you. I appreciate it. You should be able to see in your daily sheets where to turn in your artwork. It's the same Google Drive that you've been using. And again, if you have any problems or you can't put it into the Google, you can certainly email me at afranz, F-R-A-N-Z, at amanaacademy.org. Thanks. Hey guys, ready for your art lesson with your friendly neighborhood art teacher? Before we begin, you will need pencil and paper, any kind of paper, lined paper, copy paper, those are fine. You'll probably want an eraser, coloring supplies, crayons, color pencils, markers, whatever you got. Your guiding questions have been, how can we help each other grow? What are living things? What do living things need to sustain life? And how can I take care of living things? Your learning targets today. I can use my eyes to find lines in trees. I can draw the lines that I find. I can draw a large tree. I can practice my art multiple times. So we're going to look over some of these pictures again. I want you to be able to see what we were looking at last time. So we've got, let me move myself, there we go. We've got the oak tree with no leaves on it. This is just so that you could see how branches look underneath and look at all of those lines. You've got big lines in the bottom, and you've got lots of tiny little squiggly lines up towards the end. Then we've got our willow tree. We've got our paper birch. We've got the oak tree, the one down in Brunswick called the Lover's Oak, and we've got a redwood tree. So I'm going to pick one of these to draw, and I think I'm going to work with the, can you hear the dogs? I'll show you them in a minute. And let's see, I think I will work with the, I'm going to work with the willow tree. So let me set this up so we can see. So here's the picture that I'm going to be drawing. Here's this and here's me. So I've got the picture on my screen. First, when I'm looking at this, do you see how I just moved the paper? If you need to move the paper so you can get comfortable, your paper's not glued to the table. You can move it. So to help me, one of the things I'm going to draw first is the pond that it's next to. Then I'm going to draw that land. So that's that spot. I don't know if you can see it right here where the green stops. It's got a tree trunk that comes a little bit up. And if I look down at the bottom of the tree, there's a little bit of a tree root showing. But what do I need to do about this? I'm going to have to get rid of that line because you wouldn't see it. Now, when I look at this picture, if I take my fingers and I measure, this goes up and about, so here's the bottom, about one more up, it's like there's a clump of the tree leaves, of all those hanging willow leaves, and it looks kind of like that on the top. So, I don't know if you can see my mouse. I'm drawing this part right up here. Next, I'm going to go up and I can see one tree branch coming up. I can see a little bit of another one coming up that way. And then I'm going to start with more of the little sections of the willow tree leaves. And willow trees are kind of like drawing hair. There's going to be a lot of them, and they kind of start at the top and just flow down towards the bottom. They sloop and kind of, let's see. I'm trying to look at a tiny picture. It's not helpful. You should be looking at a much bigger picture when you do this. So I'm going to try and make that, add a little bit more on this side. There's not a lot of the willow leaves on the right side. A lot of them are falling towards the pond. I think I might be looking at the tree that's behind it. So I'm going to change that and get rid of some of that. So I'm going to take those leaves, and this is a willow, so it's got a lot of lines that fall through it. And then we've got just a little bit up here. I'm going to get rid of these lines that you couldn't see very well. I can redraw any of the other lines I need to. So then, let's see what's worked. There seems to be some more on this side, and they go right about there, and there's a few more that come down. Another clump that comes right here, and then I think about one more, and they seem to be touching. So they go all the way down to the pond. And I'm going to keep drawing some of these lines to show. So I've kept drawing lines, and again, for willow trees, that's going to be a lot of lines. They've got a lot of these sloping, drooping leaves. Now, I need to do something about these lines that are down here. So I'm going to erase and erase because you wouldn't see them, and then I can gently come back and fix my lines, and I can fix these lines back here. So this is the beginning, a good beginning for Willow Tree. It's got a couple of them that are hiding, kind of coming down behind this one. So I'm going to draw some that start behind this. And they've got a few that come up over here but don't go all the way down. So that's the great beginning for Willow Tree. I want you to practice your tree another time. You're going to be working on your trees again. You're going to practice them a few times. So let's go back through the trees that we've got. We've got the willow tree, the paper birch, the oak tree, and the redwood. Today, your tasks are to continue working on your second tree. Draw another one, another practice if you need to, and then color this new one. So, see, there we go. So if you need to, draw your tree one more time. Don't draw a whole new tree. If you've been drawing the willow tree, don't start drawing the redwood. Draw another willow tree. The connections, you're going to use some of the techniques that you've been learning from other days, and you're going to be using them here. Look for the lines in your pictures. Look for the shapes. Remember how we did the colors. Do dark colors, so like a dark green for where it's in the shadow, and a light green for when it's closer to the sun. Look at the picture. The picture tells you where the green, or the dark greens and the light greens are if you're looking at the picture. If you're looking at your own tree, you're going to have to look for those dark and light colors. So your reflection today, I want you to write your name at the bottom of your paper, and I want you to give me a smiley face, a meh face, or a frowny face on how you think you did today. If you know you did great and you did your best job ever, give me that smiley face. If you know you kind of phoned it in and you just drew a quick tree for me, yeah, be honest. Now, for your turn in, I want you to turn in your new tree, the tree that you draw today and color, in the turn in bin. And that didn't turn my page. as well. All right, so if you have any questions, you can always email me at afrans@amanaacademy.org. Your turn-in folder is the kindergarten turn-in folder, and it will be linked on your teacher's daily sheets, and it's also linked down there. All of the pictures of the trees are in there. This PowerPoint will be in there, and you can drop off your artwork in that one. I look forward to seeing it. And like I said, let me see if I can find